And as you can see, the Open Production 250 Race 1 for round 3 is now officially underway. Now, I was just talking about the weather. Well, look at that. Half the track covered in a massive cloud and the other half in bright sunlight. Now, that's not really going to make a difference.
Well, we remember the last time we were here, there were different weather conditions.
Yeah, at different parts of the track. Well, that is one of the things about, as you look at the track now, the 5.542 kilometers that make up Sepang International. There's actually the North Circuit, the South Circuit, and the full circuit. This round 3 is played out on those full 5.542 kilometers. And yes, as Ross pointed out, there are times where one part of the track could be in a sudden rainstorm and the other part of the track could be in bright sunlight. Yeah, and that's one of the things that has made Sepang such an interesting track to race, not just for bikes, but for cars and for every racing class that has come here. Now, of course, with bikes and the Open 250 as well, there's a lot of leverage you can have in these bikes. There's a lot of versatility that they have in them and a lot of power as well. So they look like they've all been set up for dry conditions, but as you just saw, big clouds are turning up in various corners.
And rain has been forecast this afternoon.
Well, yeah, there's been mixed forecasts amongst the production team here and, of course, race officials and, most importantly, race control as well. So I'm sure these teams are ready just in case, but they're also going to be hoping that things can stay nice and dry as they have done for the first 2 events that we saw. The real trick is going to come, I suppose. Now remember, all of these are race 1s of a 2-race weekend, and the second races tomorrow start very early. Everything's going to be starting off at about 9:15. So there'll be track conditions there as well. But today, you'd have to say that it is actually the superbike class that might have some problems. If it does rain around Sepang, you could say that it usually rains around 4 o'clock. Well, and it's around 3 o'clock now, local time.
Glad you mentioned that, because Superbike is scheduled to start at about 5:20 this afternoon.
That's right. Super Stock and Superbike could both have the added, should we say, factor of weather. Right now, though, it is just very hot outside, and these Open Production 250 bikes, well, these are, as it says, an open race. It is production bikes, and
these are as close to street bikes as you would get.
As close to street bikes as you can get, and again, a great chance for some of these riders to really make a name for themselves. And with thanks to the official live stream that you're watching right now, they actually managed to get their feats and achievements recognized possibly by a much greater audience as well. Thanks to all of you, of course, for joining us on this live stream today. We'll be with you, Ross and myself, for the rest of today and tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah, 2 days of great racing expected here at the Sepang International Circuit. This is round 3, of course, of the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship 2017. And as Jeevan said, over 2 days the races are. Today, race 1 happening all the way through to about 7 p.m. And tomorrow, it's a slightly earlier start of 9:15. As we take a look now at the starting grid. That's
right, and as we said, a great performance there from Kumarishmi Mohammad Nasir, Jasul Juraimi in second, and Vishwadev from India in third. That makes up row 1.
In the second row, Khairul Anwar Jamil, Parabu Aruna Giri, and Luth Harith Irwan.
And the third row, Yaptek Chow, Angelo Neo, and Zafir Zamani, who I said was one of the podium finishers from round 2.
In the fourth row, Soraya Naraya, Ronaldo Suroyo, Muhammad Ayman Tahirudin, and Lau Wing Fai.
Moving up to the fifth row now, Tengku Efi, Azwin Helmi, Mohammad Ghazali, and Yaptek Hao in 13th, 14th, and 15th positions.
In 16th, Muhammad Herzi Ismail. In 17th, Muhammad Shamsir Hamimi. And in 18th, Khairul Izzat. That's the 6th row.
And in row 7, Afiq Daniel Izzat Bogas, Tengku Mawan, Tengku Mansour, and Ritesh Sapre, 19, 20, and 21. That should be the end of our grid. Now, as I said, this is round 3. Round 1 was in March, round 2 is in April, round 4 will be in September, that will also use just the North Circuit, and round 5 will be the finale to the Superbike Championship, and of course the finale to the Open 250 class as well, and that's going to be using the full circuit. That's the 24th of November to the 26th of November, so dates for you to put down in your calendar right now.
3 minutes away from their warm-up lap.
That's right, their sighting lap. And then they'll set up on the grid once again.
And these guys will do 8 laps.
That's right.
Around the Sepang International Circuit.
A little bit of a smaller race. We had 13 laps to open up the day. We had 12 laps for the ATC, the Asia Talent Cup. We had 12 laps for Super Sport, 8 laps here. We've got another 12 laps of Super Stock, 12 laps of Superbike, and 8 laps of the KTM RC 390 Cup still to come. Now, 8 laps, of course, means that you're going to have to get onto your game immediately. No time to settle into things. So that's why I was a bit concerned with the qualifying times of Zafir Zamani and Mohammed Ayman Taruddin, especially because at 9th and 11th on the grid, it might be a bit tough for them to get into the top points. But Jassil Juraimi, on the other hand, well, he's all set.
This is the open production 250 category, bikes up to 250cc. Of course, they've been tweaked.
Yep, they have. The regulations are around, but they've been race tuned. 1 minute left, which means just the riders and those engines are going to start growling. And all of the pit crews now leave the grid. As I said, it was a very, very close race, and it was these Kawasaki 250s that were really making the difference. Battling here against the Honda CBR 250s. Of course, the Yamaha R25s are the other bikes as well, but the top 3 have generally been on Kawasaki 250s. So it's the Fast Throttle Motorsports leader of number 21, Kurishmi Mohamed Nasir on the Honda CBR 250R, who really did well in qualifying, posting up a 2:36.972, full second faster than Mohammed Jassil Juraimi. Off they go on their warm-up lap. Now we're hoping that this is going to prove just as close as the rest of the racing that we've had the privilege of watching today. There is Kurishmi.
8 laps, around 5.5 kilometers of this Sepang International Circuit in this Open 250 category. And as Jeevan mentioned earlier, you have to get your game on very early. You literally
have to get your game on from the minute those red lights drop out, because with just 8 laps, you know for a fact there's no such thing as settling into a rhythm. By the time you settle into a rhythm, there'll be 4 laps left in the race, and you would have been pretty much set. So it's all important to have a good start as well. And qualifying, of course, helps a great deal in these smaller lap races. It's been close over the 2 rounds. And this, as we just watched Ismail Smiley come in with his 3rd consecutive win over 2 rounds, while Jassil Juraimi from his 2nd place on the grid could also do the same thing, having won both rounds, both races, I should say, in his round 2 In fact, he's actually, of the 4 races that he's taken part in on that Chia PJ Kawasaki, he's won 3 of them. It was just race 2 of round 1 where he didn't finish and got 0 points. So that's 75 points.
Yeah, look out for Jazil Juraimi then. Bike number 16.
Now, Mohammed Ayman Tairuddin, bike number 55, is in 2nd place in the championship with a win in race 2. He capitalized on that non-finish by Jazil. He won that one. He came 2nd in the last race, which was race 2 of round 2. He's 2nd in the championship on 53, which is why he would really benefit from getting some points and attacking that lead. Dinesh Kumar Davidos is in 3rd, and Vishwadev, who's in 3rd on the grid, is in 5th in the championship right now as well. So also on a Chia PJ Kawasaki, and he had a couple of 4ths and a 3rd to the 4 races before this one, and currently has 42 points.
So the riders all know what they need.
Yeah, exactly. And over 2 races, remember. So there's a potential 50 points available to every single one of these 23 starters, if you can get your game on and if you can keep it for 8 laps. There's the man with the red flag. There's the man with the green flag. Which means we are just about ready to go. Just one last, just see, I think that's Mohammed Aminuddin in the back, just setting up.
Greens go, red's going, the lights will come on.
And they're off.
A mishap straight away there.
A non-start at the back. We'll just try and get you the number of exactly who that was as the rest of the pack get away pretty well.
I think that was Tunku Efi Martino, if I'm not mistaken, bike 25.
Now going in, it looks like Karishmi has given up the lead. Well, it's all very close indeed going in there. And that is, in fact, Ayman Tairuddin. I was just saying how he needed to pick up some points being 2nd in the championship right now. Well, he may have moved up with a lightning start into 2nd spot. I swear I saw the number 55 badge, yes.
It's Jazil Juraimi leading at the moment.
Well, that looks like Karishmi that just went past him. We'll find out, of course, as soon as they come through their sector times. Now they're into sector 2 now. 3 sectors, of course, at Sabang International. It is Karishmi up front, just, and that is Jazil in 2nd. And I honestly do think it's Ayman Tairuddin that has made a magical start from 11th into 3rd, but that is in fact the number 50. It is the number 55 bike. That is an incredible start from Ayman. Bit wobbly going into that corner, but he's jumped 6 places off the start. Exactly what he needed to do. Now settling into 5th spot by the looks of it. And immediately, Karishmi is streaking out ahead. Looks like Jazil behind him, Vishwadev behind him. Khairul Anwar Jamil.
Followed by Prabhu Arunagiri and Lutharit Irwan.
Well, now we're going to get to see as they get into the back straight and the home straight exactly what has happened in that 2nd to 6th spot. It's pretty clear, as you can see, that Karishmi Nasir is up front. And that is Vishwadev. 04 bike. Well, as they cross the line, we'll be able to give you our top 6 after lap 1. And it is Karishmi, it is Vishwadev, Lutharith BO1 is in 3rd, Jazil Juraimi in 4th, Ayman Tairuddin in 5th. So that is confirmed. He has jumped up from 11th on the grid and is actually fighting just a 2nd behind everyone else in 5th. Zafir Zamani has also come up and he's in 6th. So 2 of those finishes from round 2 have done what they needed to do and get a good start for both of them.
Yeah.
Now there's just 1.9 seconds between the top 4. And that is something that you can attack in the 7 laps left. There's confirmation of it. So you can see just 1.1 second, 1.5, 1.8 more attackable options. What will be really interesting is to see how all of this evolves tomorrow for the second races as well. Well, still Karishmi up front, Vishwadev in second.
Jazil Juraimi's put in the fastest sector time of 30.9.
And on that note, Ayman Tairudin in 5th has put in the fastest lap, full stop at 2:43.132. So not only a great start from him, but he is now the paciest man on the track. And being just 0.1 of a second behind Jazil, that might just be the battle right there. Just saw it for a second. Fourth and fifth.
Mohammad Nasser, though, leading there by 21. 1.1 second lead ahead of Vishwadev.
As we get into the second lap, you can now see what we were saying about how there aren't that many laps that you have to play with, or rather ride with. Now, that looks like Vishwadev, and a very clean move from him.
It's a very clean move.
Absolutely took Karishmi by surprise. I don't think he's going to be relenting that either, so it looks like he is now our new race leader. Well done from the Indian rider. Yep, confirmed. Now whether he can hold it, Vishwadev on that Kawasaki, Karishmi on that Honda CBR, and he's just about off track. But he still manages to keep it. He did really well. Defending that line, there you go, just cutting it off, not allowing Karishmi any daylight whatsoever. Well, this is a great ride from him after qualifying in 3rd.
Well, Ayman Tahirudin is just keeping an eye on what's going on between the front two, and he's only a second behind in 3rd.
Well, that's the thing. They might be really keeping their strategies for the last 2 or 3 laps. Vishwadev, remember, is in 4th in the championship. He could really benefit from 25 straight points here in race 1. And of course, would break this 3-run streak that Jazil Juraimi has put up. 3 wins in a row for him. So, best time also from Vishwadev, 2:36.374. So everything going his way at the moment.
So whilst Vishwadev's leading the actual race at the moment, the current leader in the rookies division is Lan Wing-Fai, bike 27.
Right. With Mohammed Herzi Ismail second in that, they're 12th and 13th in overall classification. Yaptek Howell also in 3rd, Azrin Helmi in 4th, Carol Izzard in 5th, and Afik Daniel Izzard Bogus in 6th, and that is the top 6 rookies class. Now as we get into the back straight, this is going to be lap 3 for Vishwadev, who has still managed to keep both Karishmi and Ayman Tairudin, who is now pushing for 2nd. Remember, he's 2nd in the championship. He'd love to get that 55 bike in 1st, 2nd. He's got 2nd now.
He's got 2nd.
What a ride he's having. Started 11th on the grid, is now in 2nd position, and he's done it all in 3 laps. And he looks like he's not going to stop there. Well, look at the power he's done it.
Moment. He's taking the inside line, and he's
wow, look, what a battle there, and that's Karishmi also trying to get in on it.
But Vishwadev closes them out.
Well, a little bit of a wobble from Tyrudin. I think maybe he was asking for a bit too much on that lap. But he's right up there now, and he could easily take this.
Kuarishmi reclaimed second.
There was a little bit of a wobble from Tyrudin, just coming out of turn 1. Lost a bit of time. So we've got to turn at this point to the sector times, and it's actually Jasil Juraimi in 5th that is currently fastest.
Yeah.
Interesting to see if anyone can beat that fastest lap that's been put down, the 2:36 so far. 3:14, I think it was, by Vishwadev. We have a couple of contenders. Ayman Tyrudin's put in a 2:36.557. That's not far off.
And Luf Harith Irwan in 4th. 2:37.169 his last lap. He's flying as well.
It certainly looks like things are heating up with 5 laps to go. Now it looks like Karishmi has got ahead of Vishwadev.
Currently leading. Karishmi, Mohammad Nasser, bike 21, leading bike number 4, Vishwadev.
Changing positions, a full look back there from Vishwadev just to see what was going on. Not the easiest thing to do at the speed that they're going. Karishmi's just come in with a 2:37.633. Fast Throttle Motorsports. But there is that best time so far, the 3:74. Beg your pardon, 2:36.374 is the best we've seen so far. That's from second place, Vishwadev, unless, of course, he can make a move here.
And he's trying. He's coming on the outside. He's got the line.
Now, both of them are fighting that inside line.
And he's got the power.
That's some gutsy riding from Vishwadev. Fully deserves to be in top spot. Karishmi in second. Looks like Ayman Tyrudin is down to 4th. Jasil Juraimi is in 3rd. You couldn't ask for a better top 4. You really couldn't.
Fascinating battle here between the top 5 riders in your picture.
Now 3rd and 4th. Of course, the top 2 in the championship at the moment with 2 rounds left. In those rounds, 5 races left. And each of those races possibly 25 points. So plenty of action can still come from this championship.
This is the halfway point of this Open 250 category race.
All still very close. Vishwadev up front. That looks like Jasil Juraimi has moved into second. Tyrudin in 4th. That means that Karishmi has moved into 3rd. And that is exactly the situation that we're seeing. But that's a menacing figure of Ayman Tyrudin just behind Karishmi. And I have a funny feeling he's going to try and take him, and he has. And he's not only trying to take 1, he's trying to go for 2.
Jasil Juraimi deciding to make his move now.
Oh, that is some amazing riding from Ayman Tyrudin. He's picking a line that, as you can see here, right on the inside, he's looking to go all 3 and take the lead immediately. And he's causing a lot of trouble for the other riders. Well, there's a rider that's off his bike, and hopefully he's going to be getting up. He looks like he's okay. He's moving. We hopefully will get a replay of what happened there. We're thinking that's might be Zafir Zamani. No, it's Azrin Helmi, Mohamed Ghazali. He was in 14th, and it looks like he is a DNF now. Now back up to the front. And it looks like Ayman Tyrudin on your left is now really pushing for the lead.
He's leading Jasil Juraimi, number 16.
That is incredible. That is the top 2 in the championship have now taken the top 2, but don't forget that Jasil Juraimi was qualified second.
He's got the lead coming into the final corner, Jasil Juraimi.
We did say maybe their strategies were built upon the last 3 or 4 laps, and they've done it. Jassel Jaraimi is now in position to get his 4th consecutive win if he can keep this spot. Ayman Tairudin has worked his way up from 11th off the starting grid. They've proved themselves to be the 2 fastest riders in the Open 250 category over the opening 2 rounds. And this time they really have, by pushing themselves consistently. That fastest lap still with Vishwadev though. What a ride from Ayman Tairudin.
Yep, bike 55, currently leading. Don't forget he started in 11th position.
Had a really good start, and it's just since then been looking to take people 2 at a time. Now Lau Wing Fai is currently heading the rookies class. Best time of 2:44.665. Behind him, Yaptek Hao, Mohamed Herzi Ismail, Mohamed Karol Izad. As you can see there.
Confirmation of the top 6 in the rookies section.
Just look at the gaps between them in that class. Now here we have Ayman Tairudin, who has aggressively made his way to the front.
He's just dropped down to 3rd.
Well, with the lines that he's taking, as you saw there, he's really shifting the balance for the rest of the riders in that pack, because he's taking, well, just unprecedented lines and essentially cutting off space for everyone in front of him as well. It's a combination of attack and defense, but he's so well positioned from there with 3 laps to go, not only to get podium position, but possibly even with just 1 second between them, to push on these back straights for the front, just as he's done there. Now
this is a very fast lap, I think.
Yeah,
Ayman.
Really good lap for him. Vishwadev in 2nd, Grishmi in 3rd, Jaraimi in 4th, and it looks like Ayman Tairudin is now going to start with 2 laps left.
Another look
A
behind.
look back, but look at the gap that he's made. This has been an incredible run from him. No one's going to be challenging him. He's half a second ahead of the battling pack now. Definitely the fastest man on the track. He's going to have no troubles going into turn 1. What a ride. We were saying right at the beginning how it was important to get a good start. Well, he's exemplified the meaning of a good start, as we see wow, very close stuff. Very close indeed.
Wow.
I think that looks like Karishmi. And there you have it. Mohamed Ayman Tairudin, not only is he up top, but he is also 3 full places away from the championship leader, Jassel Jaraimi. So this is going to be really good for him to come out of race 1 with a lot more points than his rival. If I'm right, if it finishes like this, then he'll be 12 more points, and that will cut into that lead that Jassel has over him in the championship. Race 2 tomorrow, of course, is going to be also in the morning, around about 10:15 is expected.
That's your leader, race leader, Ayman Tairudin, bike 55.
Really cannot stress what an incredible job he has done to make his way up from 11th to this, half a second ahead of everybody else. That's not just strategy, it's a lot of speed as well.
Vishwadev currently in 2nd, Kuwarishmi Muhammad Nasir in 3rd, Jassel Jaraimi's dropped down to 4th, and Luth Harith Irwan is in 5th.
That's interesting to note. There is still just 1 second between those top 4. So anything can happen with these last 2 laps. Wow, look at that, way off track.
Very off track.
Now that is going to affect things. You just don't want to have all that extra grass and dirt on your tires at all, especially not when you've just been warming them up.
But Jazil Juraimi's back up to second now.
Bit of a skid there.
Yeah, a wobble from the number 16. And they're all chasing bike 55, Ayman Tahirudin.
Who has a look back. He's done exceptionally well. We say it every lap because it's true. He has enough of a gap that he's not that under pressure. You can't say the same for Jazil Juraimi, who could possibly be facing another attack from Karishmi, the pole position leader at the start, remember? Just 0.2 of a second between those two.
It's the final lap for the front pack.
It's the final lap for the front pack, but it really is last chance saloon for Jazil Juraimi. There's going to be a difference in points here between 20 and 16, depending on whether he finishes second or third. And his main title leader, rival I should say, is up front. So he really will not want this to happen right now.
Yeah, he's lost second, I think, Jazil Juraimi.
We're going to have to see. No, he's just kept it. Good defending of the line. But I'm telling you now that Karishmi is going to want that second spot. And he's got every right this close to go for it as well. Absolutely pushing it. Amazing how Mohammed Ayman Tahirudin has managed to keep that half second. He's actually raising it now. It's 0.6 of a second in front of everybody else. Just enough daylight needed to possibly ensure this win and break the 3-win streak that Jazil Juraimi has had over the Open 250 class. Quick look back, but I don't think he's got anything to worry about.
Final lap here in the Open Production 250 category as we look at Ayman Tahirudin on the penultimate corner.
These are the last two corners.
Jazil Juraimi still challenging.
He's trying, but I don't think he's going to do it. Well, that's very close indeed. I don't know what happened to Ayman Tahirudin right at the end, but he's lost all that time, and it's going to be a scramble for the line. Look at that defending. Wow. Unbelievable stuff. And in the end, he's just 0.1 of a second ahead. Now, if you want to continue watching part 2 of this live broadcast with us on this live stream, there's a new streaming link that's actually available in the Facebook comments. So just go check the Facebook page for the Pirelli Malaysia Superbike Championship Round 3, and in the comments you'll see the new streaming link for part 2. If you want to continue our live broadcast, we've just watched a thrilling Open Production 250 that nearly went down for Ayman Tahirudin. He had an incredible run from 11th on the grid. He's won it, and he's won it by 1.01 of a second.
And we've seen Jazil Juraimi lose his grip on this Open Production 250 category.
Well, he'll be happy with the 20 points that he picks up from second from race 1. Remember, race 2 is tomorrow, and we're expecting to see those two again be battling it out. But definitely, Ayman Tahirudin is back up in it by winning this, and just the psychological edge
Sorry, beg your pardon. Lan Wing Fai has just won the rookies category. Right. Yup Tek Hao has come in second, and Muhammad Herzi Ismail third.
And they are 11th, 12th, and 13th in overall classification. But as I said, what Ayman Tahirudin has done here with this wonderful ride on that bike that you're watching, what he's done is he's broken a 3-race win streak by Jazil Juraimi. And that is what Jazil, who actually set the fastest lap on that last lap, 2:35.797, that is what is going to be he's going to be really thinking about. And of course, it all sets it up very nicely. If you just look at that 0.115, 0.762 between the top 3, It all sets it up for a great race 2 tomorrow. That'll be at 10:15. It's the second of the events up for day 2 of round 3 of the Malaysia Superbike Championship. Ross and myself will be here in the commentary box for it. Right now, congratulations to Aiman Tairudin. We've seen everything today. We've seen leaders from start to finish. We've seen battles between 1 and 2 all the way. And we've seen people come up now from 11th on the grid and win races as well. It really has been a wonderful day of racing, and there's more to come. So stick with us. As we look at Yaptek Chow. And I think that's Angelo Neo. No, that's Lats Lan Wing-Fai, the winner of the rookies class. With 22.01.242. So he's going to be very happy with that.
Daniel Bogus has finished 5th, so he'll get some sort of podium finish in the rookies.
Good spacing of points, I think, for everyone in this Open 250. As we look at the final results, Aiman Tairudin with a fantastic ride, 21.06.463, but up from 11th. Mohamed Jazul Jaraimi, the championship leader, in 2nd. Karishmi, the pole position leader, in 3rd. Vishwadev, good ride from him, in 4th. Lutharith B. Irwan in 5th. Caroline Majamal in 6th. Prabhu Arunagiri in 7th. Surya Narayana in 8th. Yaptek Chow in 9th. And Angelo Neo in 10th.
In 11th, Lau Weng-Fai. In 12th, Yaptek Chow. Muhammad Herzi Ismail in 13th. Khairul Izzard in 14th. Daniel Bogus in 15th. 16th was Marwan Tengku Mansor. Ritesh Sap in 17th. Azrin Helmi Muhammad Ghazali in 18th. Zafir Zamani in 19th. And 20th went to Shamsir Hamimi.
Well, good to see 20 finishers, I suppose, and 1 non-finisher, which was Tengku Efi. And remember, there are points from 1st to 15th in these classes. Of course, the big points are in the top 3. And then after that, it drops down pretty much essentially 1 point all the way to 15th that will win 1 point. But all of it goes towards the championship standings.